Um, this is an interesting story. Not a UFO sighting, but about UFOs. It's about the CIA, old information, but way back before it was really popular. So that's what was interesting about this story. Um, so it goes back to 1952, and this is a chap. He was a lawyer. In fact, have you saw that film with Robert Redford when the Watergate? It's part of that Watergate scandal when people broke into the office and stole items. Well, one of the things what supposed to be, well, that's where this comes from, was UFO documents and things. Whether it's true, who knows? But that's where this story came from. But this is factual now because Henry, gosh, I can't remember his name. A guy called Henry Rothblatt. No, I can't remember his name. He was a lawyer, and he represented the burglars who started the Watergate scandal. Anyway, he represented them, say they should be free, because because basically they out freedom of information. But anyway, point is, he represented them, and then later he represented another organisation from the Watergate because from that UFO scandal came. And I just look at this because I forget the name. And this who represented was called a Ground Saucer Water Incorporated. That's right, I couldn't remember it. It was never heard of them before. I checked them up, and they did exist. And this Mr. Rothblatt, a lawyer, he actually exists as well. It's all there. It's quite documented, and when you Google it, you can see litigation bits of document what's come out on the internet. Not very popular, but you can find them all about this, and it's a fascinating report because on the little bit you report you see it, just they admit yes they're there. Yeah, they are there. A lot of them it's MOD, it's us making it, but yes, there's things is out there which they can't explain. So that's fascinating. And again, it's a lawyer, a miss. I tell you his full name. Henry Rothblatt. Please, if you get a chance, have a look. Anyway, he took this company, uh, paid him to take the CIA to court, and he did. He took them to Brooklyn Court, and he had a hearing and what have you, and they denied to give him any information under the Freedom of Information Act, saying obviously it will be detriment to the security of their country. So they didn't release anything, but they did start in the litigation battle. Things came out, and then eventually, when the Freedom of Information Act prevailed on for some years, bits came out, and you can find it on the internet. Not much. There's still not much to say they're just seeing anything, but there's little bits to say there. But what is interesting, this guy actually represented the guy who visibly saw the evidence but couldn't speak about it, and he went on to get paid to take the CIA to court because he actually knew that there was UFO evidence and it should be released, and it was detrimental to the country, he felt, to keep it, and under the Freedom of Information Act he took them to there. But it brilliant. Yeah, it's so all this goes back, and he says it come from that the CIA were actually from 1952, and that's what we legally on that at least started finding documents about extraterrestrials, and not only that, he particularly wanted to ask about the UFOs visiting Earth. It wasn't just flying around, but actual visiting Earth. So he wasn't just asking a wide old question. He wanted to know basically how long have they had contact with them, and that's basically what we're banging on about. So quite a big deal. But he lived to a right old age. I think he was 85. Don't quote me out, but he lived to a right old age. So nobody nobbled him or nothing. There wasn't no conspiracy theory over there. He just did his job, and to be honest, the CIA did their job, and they moved on. Nothing untoward with any of it. It's just obviously they can't let everything out. We all know that, but it's nice that this guy worked so hard, and things that did come out a little bit, at least to prove that they're there. We're not all insane. But yeah, have a look, Mr. Henry Rothblatt. He was a lawyer. Yeah, he's on the internet, and brilliant. It's a good story. I mean, I don't do it justice. I'm surprised nobody wrote a book. They did the Watergate. Why have they never done a film solely about him taking the CIA to court? 'Cause I think that would have been a carry on from the other one. It would be more interesting. But myself, anyway, I probably not just me because I'm interested in it, but I think it'd be a lot more into it. And when they actually got there, they really got the backs against the wall and said, "No, you're not having any more. That's what you're getting." So they're not like the Watergate. They had to tell everything, but they're really adamant that you only know in this bit, and that's it. But the bit what they say that did come out, it's juicy. Yeah, it's good. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that one. It's just a little bit of information showing there is things out there. But what are they? I don't know. And how many types? And it's not just man-made things. Thank goodness it'd be boring, wouldn't it? But anyway, I'm not sure I want to see one, if I'm honest. But anyway, anyway, God bless. Thank you for listening. Bye bye.